There. Okay, guys, we are live on YouTube. So today I'm here with Gama. Oh, sorry. Uh, it opened my YouTube tab, on the browser. So I was heard my voice. So okay. Today I'm here with Camila and Gama. Today we're gonna talk about living and the work abroad. Just to explain a little bit about the platform, it is a safe place to practice your English, Here we have beginners, intermediate, and advanced uh, speaking guys, level of speaking. I don't know exactly, but anyway, we are here just to practice our English, to get confidence, and here is a safe place to make mistakes. And I really hope that you enjoy the immersion, guys. Let me start with you, Camila, about the first one. I would like to know from you, have you ever dreamed of living or working abroad? Why or why not?
Mm, yes, but before I answer that, I would like to introduce myself. My name is
Oh,
Camila.
sorry. Go
No
ahead. Thank
problem,
you.
no problem. No
Go
problem.
ahead,
I
please.
know that you know me, guys, but I will try to change something. My name is Camila. I am 40. I live in São Paulo, in the capital. The weather here is today, it's a cold day. I hate this, but that's okay. It's part of the process, right? I've been here in Talking Talk since in March 24, and I totally agree with you, Elton, when you said about constance. Sometimes I spend more 3 or 4 days without in practice, and we feel the difference, right? I don't know what's happened. Maybe we became rusty, or I don't know. We just lose something in this day. So I totally agree with you about it. And about the questions, can say that I live abroad twice. I had some experience in my life. I studied abroad twice. So in my case, it was not a dream because I grew up in a poor family and people judge people here like, this is not for you. We don't have money. So I always grew up listening to these things. And then I did it. So I did it for myself. I pay for everything. So I guess this is not a dream. This became a dream later when I became adult. So that's it, guys.
Nice, cool. Yeah, I am from a poor family as well, and
Hmm.
I believe that I grew up with this kind of dream, because I'd like to know the world, to know a lot of countries, a lot of cultures. But when I was young, it was like an impossible dream,
Yeah.
to achieve and to really go abroad to study or work, And nowadays, I really believe that it can be easier, We just
Mhm.
need to organize ourselves and we can do that. But before, it was like an impossible thing, like you said. Thank you, Camila. And you, Gama. Please start introducing yourself and answer the question, please.
Good evening. My name is Johansson. Quem come Gama, it's easy to say. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Sergipe. And at my free time, I like to ride a bike, practice sport, work out, um, stay with my family, go to the beach always that I can. And that's it. I think so. And about the question number one, yeah, I think work abroad, I think it's something that it's really good. I want to eat it. Uh, I don't know if on site, for example, but remote, something like this. About living abroad, I could say that I hated to know the place first. For example, no, there are a lot of places. For example, there are people that he say that Italy it's a good place, but sometimes it's a good place just for some days, not for a life. For example, so I think first I could go to visit and from days uh, take a decision, but it needs to have a lot of money, so it's not so easy to do so this type of thing. But it's uh, I don't have a dream to live in some countries, but it's something like that I would like to do if I can. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I really believe that in my case, nowadays, the problem can be that I have more things here in Brazil, like my daughter, my family, that with the ages, with the maturity, I really believe that I think more about this. But before, when I was young, uh, I wanted to live abroad, not just for a short time, but spend a long season, like years. And nowadays, I think more, whoa, I would like to travel abroad just to visit, just to travel, and know a lot of places. But nowadays, I have more, this kind of feeling that, oh, I need to stay here. I need to support my family. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Elton. Currently, I've been working as a software developer. I love my profession, because my profession can open a lot of opportunities, like that. Like I can work from anywhere. I can travel the world while I'm working, and I love this freedom. I'm here on the platform since the 2023. So, like you guys, I'm here to improve my English, to improve my confidence, and of course, improve my communication, And about the question, like I said before, I have ever dreamed to live or working abroad when I was young. I really believe that nowadays I have this feeling yet, but it is a little I have this feeling is decreasing because now I know that I can live well here in Brazil, if one day I can work from an international company, because we have the currency that if I'm here earning in a strong currency, I can live very well, like earning in dollar or euro, guys. Here we can live much better than living abroad because we have this change, What else? And like I said before, nowadays, I think much more about my family, and I'd like to stay near them. Anyway, guys, we can jump to the next one. Let me start with you, Gama. If you could move to any country, which one would you choose and why?
Brazil, I like here. I need to know more countries, I think so, before I take a decision like this, like I said previously. But I'm from Sergipe. There are places that I like to go. It's Maceió. I have traveled to there sometimes. It's a good place. I'm sure that I lived there for a long time if I can. It's near from my home. It's near to the beach. I like the beach. Yeah, it's a good place to stay. Yeah, I don't know about another countries because I don't know a lot about the place and whatever. So I don't have a good relationship with the place that I don't know. Yeah, I could say, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, good one. We say a lot about living or working abroad, but yeah, I like you when you say that, oh, maybe I can live in another state, Uh, here in Brazil, like we have a beautiful place to visit, to live, of course. And in my case, I love beats as well. I am a summer guy, so I don't like cold weather. I don't feel well. I don't feel, willing or motivated. So maybe, you know, a, a country that I could choose, it could be, I don't know, maybe Australia, because the weather is similar, and there we have beautiful beaches, a good weather, and it looks like Brazil. But of course, here in Brazil, we have much more places to visit. We have a beautiful country, We need to give you more value for that, for sure. And you, Camila, what is your opinion?
Mm, I guess I agree with you guys. Every time that I had the opportunity to travel, when I come back, I can feel that Brazil is my house. We are so, I don't know, hot people with the others. We are so kind with the others. So it's good to have this experience, I guess. Everyone need to take a time to travel abroad, but these make us being proud of our country, more proud of it. And as you said, I don't like too much cold weather. I hate, for be really honest. The first time that I had a trip, I got the -5 degrees there, and it was so hard for me. This changed my mood. I was like in a different place, far off my house, and then I don't know, guys. I don't feel really good into this situation. And the second time that I traveled to study abroad was I decided to get a hot country, and I went to Malta. It's really close to Italy, and I heard that there just we have just 5 days at running during the year. So I said, okay, I will to this country just because I was pretty sure about the weather there. So I would say if I need to choose now, I would say Portugal because it's really close about our culture. I can practice English, Spanish, and maybe Portuguese there. And I don't know, I guess could be a good one. Or Italy. I don't know why people said Italy would be a great choice. In my case, maybe about the food or the weather, maybe get a good wine in there. So I would say Portugal or Italy.
Nice. I don't know, Portugal is a hot country.
It's similar to here, but in the end of the year, we can see snow there. Snow, yes, I can see. We can see
Yeah,
snow
it's
there.
snowing.
Yeah, it's really cold in the end of the year in Portugal.
Oh, nice. Nice. And you said about Malta. That is New Zealand is near Malta, I think.
No, I don't know, but in fact, I when I was there, I traveled to Spain, was close, and Greece was really close to Malta, almost, I don't know, 4 hours maybe by airplane, so was close. I don't know about New Zealand, maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
because I have already looked at this or searched,
Mm,
about Malta as well. And there I know that exchange it is cheaper, than
yes.
Australia or Ireland. And
Yes.
there is a beautiful country as well. There are beautiful beaches, good weather
Yes.
for us. Nice, nice choice. So thank you, Camila. Um, okay, let me start with the next one. What kind of job would you like to have in another country? Well, for sure, my current job, as a software developer, I could live well there. I know that you have a lot of opportunities around the world, and for sure, my professional is an international profession, you know, and whatever place that I go, I visit, I know that I can get a job. Um, I don't know. Beside that, I could try another ones. You know, I have worked with a lot of things since I was a teenager. You know, and I don't have problem with another kinds of jobs. I'm open. You know, if of course, if I can earn it well, I can live. You know, and survive. It can be good for me. And you, Camila, what do you think?
Mm, it's depend of the country I can work in my career, but I don't know. Maybe you have to take a specific certification, and then it's not so easy. And I heard that in Portugal they prefer citizen from there, and it's not so good for me in this case. So I am as you. I don't. I love to work, and no matter in which situation, we need to live there. So I can work as a Uber in a restaurant. I don't have a problem with that because we know different languages, right? So it's good for us to work in a restaurant to work with people there. Okay, it's not so easy. It's not so great to spend hours working from the others in a restaurant, but could be an option for me. I don't have problem with this. I can start my life in another country easily. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. Nice. And by the way, when we work with the citizen, you know, when we have contact with the native guys, you can really prove your English, you know, and
Yeah,
it can be the better choice. If, of course, your mission, your goal is to improve the
yeah.
your language, you know, and practice or this kind of thing. Nice. And you, Gama, what kind of job would you like to have in another country?
I would like to work with from remote. It's a bad work that I have, I think so. But yeah, I'm like Camilo. I don't have a problem with kind of job I work. But if I could choose that, could could be something remote. I think it's better. Something different. I like to work like that. But yeah, I could agree with Camila with work. I don't have problem what type of work I could do. If I have the possibility and I can do, I don't have problem with this.
Nice. Guys, I started my career, my work life, you know, working at McDonald's. So, you know, there we learn a lot, but we work a lot as well. It was a great experience. Okay, Camila, could you read the next one? Question number 4, please, and the
Yeah,
answer.
sure. What do you think would be the biggest challenge of living abroad? Okay, let me see. We can say about the language because we speak in English, but we are not native speakers. They use a lot of slangs. It's like us speaking in Portuguese. We sometimes speak so fast and it's hard to understand. Or maybe the way to speak with the others can be totally different and make us feel a fish out of the water maybe. So in my case I can say about the language, even when you know, okay, you can try to speak with the other, but it's not the same. We can develop it during the time, along of the time. And what else? About the cultural way, maybe because we are Brazilian people, so kind. We like hugs and kisses, and abroad they avoid this kind of contact. Like all the time that I work with, that I talk with someone in my job, I always said, "How are you? How was the weekend?" They don't like it, this kind of question. They prefer to go straight on the hole and just asking about the topic. that we are there to discuss. So, in my opinion, we can feel the difference living abroad because people don't pay too much attention in your life. They don't care about your life for sure. Maybe they are right, I don't know. But in fact, I guess the cultural way, language, or maybe the food. I don't know. Maybe we have some specific countries that I'm not into the food. I don't like too much seafood, for example. And I know that in Portugal it's really famous. So this could be a problem for me.
Yeah, I agree with you, especially about the last part,
Seafood.
I can't, yeah, the foods, and I can't imagine myself, oh, today it's Sunday. So it is a beautiful day, and I can, start a barbecue. I can
Oh,
call some friends, we can drink a beer, or maybe go out to listen to pagode, samba, you
okay.
know. You have this kind of thing here in Brazil,
Yeah.
and maybe when you travel abroad, it can be hard, or maybe you can make a lot of Brazilian friends there, to have this kind of thing. But like here in Brazil, it can be a big challenge for me, like go out sometimes and have this kind of contact, like you said, like
Mhm.
I love that. And you, Gama, how about you?
Yeah, I think the language could be a big challenge for people that are talk in another language is not so easy sometimes and whatever. So it's a big challenge. There are some countries and people that he prejudice, I think this is the word, about the people that they are from another country. They don't like the kind of people and whatever. So I think it's could be a challenge here or whatever. Uh, Here in Brazil, I don't know if it have happens a lot. I think the Brazilians guys are they like when they see something from another country and whatever. Uh, but the other countries is different. They don't like a lot people from another country in there. Uh, so it's a challenge, I think so. The language it's one, but it could be bad. I think so for the people that are trying to live in another country. Uh, People still that don't like just because you are from another country. Yeah, I think it's it.
Yeah, good one. About the language, maybe what can be difficult for me, my point of view, can be the accents, because the I don't know if not here in Brazil, but the most country that you could visit one day, there are it will be a lot of a lot of it will be guys from a lot of countries, like Indian, like Australia, United Kingdom, and it become like in Brazil, we have a lot of states, that you have a lot of accents as well, you know. But in other countries, it used to be like a lot of accents from a lot of countries, and yeah, maybe can be hard to
Yeah.
understand all of them. Go ahead, Gama. Read the next one for us, please.
Number four, five. Yeah.
Yeah.
What skills or quality do you think are important for someone who wants to work international? Uh, Speaking English or the language from the country that he wants to work. But today, English it's universal. I could say there are a lot of countries that use in English in the and whatever. I 90 2019 or 2020 something like that. I did an interview for to Portugal, and in the end of the in the end of the interview, girl said to me, uh, introduce yourself in English. She wants they speak Portuguese, but they want someone that speak in English, for example. So uh, English today, I think it's important, but it depends on the country. You can speak another language, Spanish and whatever, but I think one of the first step is to talk the language that they work there. So communication is important, and to talk with them it's important. You had said something important, that it's the accent. Sometimes we think that we know, for example, I speak English, but I talked uh, with a guy. I the end of the last year, I think so, almost the end, and he was an Indian guy. I didn't understand anything that he said, and the company that he work, it's that what I understood, it's just for people that speak in English. So I understood that he is fluently, but I didn't understand it. 50%, I think so. It's hard. The accent change. It's different. I think so. Uh, Sometimes he talked with me and I think, "Jeff, it's not so easy. So understand the language and the accents. I think that's important. It's the first step.
Yeah. By the way, some times ago I was watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube, from Indian guys, because they they are strong in the IT area, and they make a lot of content about these things, and yeah, when I started that, I was just understanding because I was reading the subtitle, But sometime ahead, I started to understand better, and I really believe that when we expose ourselves to the accent, we get we can, I don't know, we can get more the words, you can get the accents and the meanings, and yeah, I really believe that when we start to expose ourselves to the a new accent, it can be hard, but with the time, with constance, we improve that. And yeah, after a time, I could understand, just listen, they speak in English, and yeah, I really agree with you, For me, I really believe that we need to be understandable and you need to understand very well, them. I did three international interviews some time ago, and I could realize that they don't want, a perfect English. They want to understand you, and we need to be clear. And for me, uh, it can be, how can I say that? It can be a skill, the minimal skill that you need to have, to work internationally. And yeah, I really believe that we can prepare your presentation, we can prepare your daily before it happens, and sometimes it can be enough. But yeah, communication, it can be a good one, And you, Camila, what do you think?
Guys, I guess maybe as you are speaking out, maybe they want someone to solve their problems, and the English doesn't mean to be the biggest necessary skills for that position maybe. I have contact with some people from India in my job, and they are not so much patient to speak with the others. Like if I ask all the time what or please could you repeat, they became angry, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to understand the guy, and he's mad with me. So we try to speak clear in English. All the time that I need to speak with someone abroad, I try to say the words like open my mouth to speak, and they just don't care about this. Just split the words, and we need to understand. I work in two companies that the IT area was from India, so they are really strong in this in this field. They really know about it, technology things. And I guess I was judging the guy, but he is fluent. I am not. So what I supposed to say from him his asset, because I am still learning and he is fluent. So sometimes maybe about this question, mm, learn about the cultural can be a good one. And what else? What a big challenge. Understand that maybe people are different from us. Maybe they don't want to be in touch with us during the weekend. They are just there from work. And language, of course, if you are there working from a company abroad, enjoy this opportunity to getting better every day about your language, learning from the others way to speak. For me could be a good opportunity instead of a problem, instead of a challenge, I will accept it, like okay, let's do it, but I am still learning, so I will of course being better during the with the contact. When I studied abroad, I was there only for 20 days. And when I come back, I felt my English really different. I could communicate myself better. And then I give up about the studying because I achieved a level and I was like, okay, I don't need to study anymore. And I spent 2 years without studying English or practicing. And I lose everything that I learned. So I guess this can be something. Enjoy to learn, and of course, don't forget it. Don't stop to practicing, right? Because we can lose it, everything. So this can be
Yeah.
something.
You said a good point about learn about the culture, you know. I really believe that even here in Brazil, working for different kinds of
Oh.
companies, you need to learn how they work, how the things works, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need to observe the environment, how the guys, you know, their behaviors, and you need to learn it, you know, because you can have a difficult moments, you know, it can be hard, and you know, like you said, they don't like to have some kinds of they are cold than theirs, you
Yeah.
know, and sometimes you need to avoid some situations. Good points. Okay, guys, we can jump to the next one. Let me choose a question. I believe that I will jump the next one. Um, okay, maybe question number 8. What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of working in a different culture? Um, I really believe that we change a lot, you know, our point of view, the way that we see the world, the things, and I really believe that it can be a good chance to learn, you know, to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe for me, it can be the best advantage of that. And about an uh, advantage, oh my gosh, how can I say that? Yeah, this, oh my gosh.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, oh, disadvantages. Thank you. I was stuck it. I don't know. Maybe it can be the behaviors, like they treat each other, and like Camila was saying before, maybe they can be colder than us, and it can affect you, like sometimes they are directly, if they want to say something, they go there and say, in your face, oh, I didn't like that. You need to improve, And
Yeah.
here in Brazil, we we make, we try to be polite. We try to say the things, make a joke, We try to, I don't know, maybe we say that it's like, oh, I can't hurt you,
Mhm.
I can be polite, but you need to improve that, okay, my friends? And sometimes you try to be more polite, and sometimes, of course, it can be hard. And you, Camilo, what do you think?
Um, I agree with you, Elton. Maybe we here try to say something or complain about someone in a friendly way, like, oh, for the next time, pay attention to this and that. And then I guess abroad is totally the opposite. They don't care too much about. They just send the message, and you need to handle or how to deal with that. So it's, I guess, something really different from us. And what else? It's number advances and disadvantages, right?
Yeah,
As you said about the advantage, can be a good one. Learning something from a different culture. We have the our perspective from Brazilians. We don't have the culture from them, books that they read in high school or the fundamental. So I guess this could be a great opportunity for me. The drinks can be different. The barbecue from then could be something, the food in general, right? Can be totally different for us in Brazil. And I guess this is the richest experience when you travel or live or work abroad because we can learn a lot. We can be totally different. It's like we can grow up one little step when you have this big experience in life. For me, it's always good. It's always a pleasure to get this. And about the disadvantages, can be something that maybe we think we are always bad in something. Like if I come back to a country, I will think like, oh, people will judge me about because I am Brazilian, because I don't have a great English. And we always think we are not good enough, and I guess we need to change our mindset and accept that if you are there, you can be good as the others. So we always judge the Americans good than us, or people from Europe good than us. So maybe we need to accept that we can be good there then, you know?
yeah, good point. And the Brazilian guys, we are new,
Wow.
because we are great talking about job,
Yeah.
we have some kind of value about it. And you, Gama, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree with of you. Culturally, I think it's important to know this experience with something different. I think it's good. Sometimes go out from the comfort zone. It's important. It's good to know something different, to have new experience, to know new people. I think it's a good opportunity. It's something great that we can do in our lives. I think so. Uh, Sometimes I think it could be bad. We don't adapt with the things. I think uh, sometimes it's not so easy to adapt. There are people that it's not so resilient with the things and whatever. They hope stay like the art and they don't change anything and whatever. So I think there, or it's something that is not for them, or sometimes not just for. I don't want to change it. It's about it's not for me. It's different. I think so. Uh, could be something that's not so good, but uh, I think it's good to try at least because we will never know if you don't try and whatever.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Gama. Go ahead, Camila. Choose another question for us.
Okay. Do you number 6? Do you know anyone who lives or has lived in another country? Tell? What did they tell you about the experience? Guys, I don't know about you, but I have more than 4 friends living abroad and in different countries. But I guess I don't know what's happening. I guess people here in Brazil are choosing to live abroad. Can be about the economy, can be about the political stuff. But I don't know. I have a lot of friends living there. I am always curious about it because this could be a dream in the future, but I'm not living forever. I can't spend the months there. So I have a friend living in Portugal, another in Canada. What else? US and another in Europe. So for me, it's really interesting to have to know more about this experience, to know about the political stuff because we are changing a lot. The economy and politicians stuffs are changing. So I am always curious about it, and I maybe I will try in the future. I don't know. Just spend the days or months abroad. In my case, could be a great option. I don't know about you guys.
In my case, I believe that I have just one friend now, but
Hmm.
before I had two. About this one, I really believe that uh, he lives abroad more because he's trying to improve, the life, because there he can uh, he has more opportunities, he can travel, he can, change the life. I don't know exactly if it can be about, oh, I love living abroad, I love living far away my family, but maybe I see that like a sacrifice,
Yeah.
to try a better life, to try uh, to have a new chance, to change the life exactly.
Yeah.
And you, Gama, what do you think? You know someone?
I have friends that have traveled abroad, but I don't know anyone who I know, but I don't. I'm not friend, for example. So I don't have a lot of information. So, for example, but I know some friends that every year they travel abroad and know the new countries and whatever. Uh, I have a cousin that I think in 2 months, I think so, they will go to Portugal and they will live there. But it's something that will happen yet. But like Camila said, I think I so I know some people that have this desire to move and go out from Brazil and live to in another countries. I have some people that I know. It's not my friend, but I live it's brother from a friend of mine and whatever that is living in another continent and they went to there just for a vacation or whatever and they stayed there until today. So I think there are a lot of people that have this desire here in Brazil, just for earn more money, to have a better life. It will have. lots of motivation, but it most of times that I see it's because that I think sometimes security, whatever. But when they are more younger, I think they just thinking about earn more money and whatever to have a good quality of life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I really believe that the most of them, living abroad is like a game changer. You know,
Yeah.
you you can because here in Brazil we know that you need to work, for a lot of years just to buy, I don't know, a car or a house, like a house. Here we need to work for 30 years or more, to buy a house. And maybe we can try a better chance abroad, you know. Go ahead, Gama. Choose another one.
Um,
Believe that we have time for one more.
I number 14. How do you think living abroad could change your perspective of your life and career? I think culture. I think for example, in my life, I was raised by my father, my mom, and whatever, and I learned about a lot of things. But I learned about what I have around me, and it it's true in my reality. It's work for me and whatever. But if brought it with me to another country, they can say this guy is stranger, and there are something that they can do there that I could say it's strange to do it. So view to have this point of view, different things. I think uh, it can open our mind and it brought to us new things and it can do us grow a lot. My friends, the people that I know that went to another countries, they said it. It's a. I have a friend. It's a girl. She said always to me, Jones, is because the experience. So she always said so. She traveled abroad and whatever. She always said it, Jones. It's because the experience. Just because the uh, culture and whatever. Yeah.
Nice. I totally agree with you, and the experience it can be the better of the things that can happen, you know. And I really believe that, living abroad can aggregate a lot in my career, Even I can be proud of myself that I did it, I traveled abroad, and it is one of the top of my dreams, I would like to do that too. Once, at least, I don't know, 1 or 2 months, just to take a trip and know a lot of places. And yeah, I really believe that it can change a lot, like I said before, the way that I see the life, I see the things. And you, Camilo, what do you think?
I guess it's good to have others. Maybe we can get others' ideas about life, about how to solve problems. About it's so difficult to discuss about this because we can spend hours discuss about the perspective because we have only the cultural Brazilian background, and when we speak to the others, like the life is different, maybe easier or not, and then we can see that we can learn a lot from them. We can become better or maybe become stronger to accept our life and to go ahead because everyone has problem, but we are, if you I am there, I will be there for something. So I guess it's so good to have this perspective on life. I guess it's almost like you Mario Bros. Every coin that you gain can makes you better or stronger. So in my opinion, it's totally it's a priceless experience, you know, like it's only when he passed through it can say something.
Yeah. And with that, I really believe that you can learn how to value more our country, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
because like we said before, we have a beautiful country. We have a beautiful citizen, you know, that can be nice. Guys, we don't have more time. I would like to thank you. I put the survey on the chat. And I hope see you again. Have a good night